Alright, hey everybody, I am Kate, aka Split Thread. Welcome to Studio Vlog Day 4. Monster wanted to co-host tonight, but it got a little bit late. I wasn't even sure I was going to make it out here. But we did have some fun last night while we watched Jurassic Park. And we started his dollhouse mandala. And I was going to use a smaller thread, the same thread that I used to make my 1/12 scale dollhouse miniatures, but when I told him that he could pick the colors, and he immediately went and grabbed this color palette, and most of these threads are an 8/2 or a 10/2 cotton. I believe there's one 8/4, no, not 8/4, 4/1. This is a 4/1. It's almost identical to an 8/2, but it only has one ply, and it's got a little bit more of a twist. But these aren't common crochet threads. A lot of the crochet thread that you're gonna find in the box stores is gonna be like your mercenarized Aunt Lydia's or the Artiste. There's another brand that's really big. But this is less processed. Here's another one that we started. I haven't woven in any of the ends. But if you notice, this is more of a matte. It's still a garment quality. This is, I think everything in this one is an off-brand. But it is soft enough for wearables. And so, anyway, we've played around with some of that. But I'm gonna continue making it, and we'll see how big it gets, and then I might end up still doing one in a smaller thread for my dollhouse, because that's gonna end up being a little bit closer to Barbie scale. But anyway, I have been having a blast with the post-virus shawl from Bagoday Crochet, and on Crafting Kitty's channel, she is having a creator spotlight. And so she's asking people to send in pictures of things that they've made from a specific creator's channel. And this month she's going to do bagoday. And I could literally be a bagoday appreciation channel. I don't have many videos up. I haven't been on here long. But like in the last week, I've made, I think, 6 items from Bagoday Crochet. There was a time when I had a job that I absolutely hated, and I coped with it by sitting in the parking lot making dresses for a doll I didn't even own. And I love her channel. I love her content. And there are a few creators like that I've just made like a ton of their tutorials. And so I'm gonna have fun with this creator spotlight thing. But since she's only doing 3 items from each creator that she highlights, it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge for me, so I decided to do the most recent ones that I've done. But today I was playing with the virus shawl pattern again, and I was testing out, these are bandanas for my daughter, and I put these little well, that one's all twisted and ugly. I don't want you thinking that I do my Tunisian foundation quite that rough. But that is what that is. It's just a, it's not gonna show up. Anyway, so these fit my toddler daughter, and I'm gonna see what my buyer thinks of these. I'll probably make them in a couple of colors, because the order that I just got in, the yarn order that I just got in last week, it has a lot of yarns in this palette. Like I said, I do use a lot of commercially available yarn, but this is more like industrial sewing. This is a 4/1 cotton, and the 4 relates to the size of the string, with smaller numbers being bigger and bigger numbers being smaller, so it's backwards. And then the second number is your ply. And this time when I made my order, my supplier had a lot of these 4-1 cottons available, and I'd seen it. I'd had very limited experience working with it, but I decided, what the heck. It ended up coming out to be, I think it was 0.0024 cents per yard. So ridiculously cheap. I ended up getting multiple pounds. They're all coordinating colors. I got like a cocoa, a dark brown, I got a tan. I believe they call this one, this isn't sand. I forget what, I don't remember what this one is. But anyway, I am going to be stress testing it. I always tell people when I make something that, you know, hand knits for sure, but a lot of hand crochet items need to be hand washed if you want them to last and you want to take care of them. But that said, I want to know what happens when people live their lives. So as soon as I hit end on this video, I'm going to be dropping this in the washing machine over there, and putting it on hot, and then I'm going to be running it through the dryer, and I will see what these look like, because this is the first thing that I made out of these. So and you know, like I think that it'll still be fine. I'll tell people to hand wash, but this is more for me to know if I want to make a larger order in the future, because I really like my supplier, and I've never gotten anything that I didn't love from them, and this was something that was recommended to me. But I just want to make sure that before I order a whole lot of it, it's something that I'm really gonna love. It works up really fast. It's really pretty. See, I think I need a whole bunch of those. Bagoday, on her live tonight, I caught it right after it ended. She mentioned that, you know, she'll probably make it into a poncho, and I would love to make this into a poncho. I think I could make this into a poncho. If I have time, I probably will, but you know, I think that would be really cool. And this little, I love tiny yarn, and this is the white yarn that I used for this other bandana. This is a 10-2 slub cotton, and the slub is, hang on, so the slub is referring to the texture. It's not rough, like it's a very soft yarn, but it just has a little bumpy feel. But it's not like a boucle where you have like one of the plies is almost like puffing out. It's just that, I mean, this is pretty uniform, but when you run your fingers along it, you can kind of feel slight ridges, and so it's a little bit more grabby. I like it. I think it's cool. I think it's nice to alternate between things. I don't have any embroidery or any sewing to show tonight, but I will soon. I spent an hour on the phone today with one of my clients, and so I was it's a little bit late to be planning out your Christmas orders, but here we are. So I kind of have an idea now of what space I have, what colors. I already had an idea on the colors, just because I know her. But you know, we nailed things down a little bit more. So I am super excited. This year, instead of focusing on smaller gift items, I'm gonna get to do a little bit more expensive, like home decor items. And I'm gonna get to have a little bit more space, and I will get to do limited wearables for some of my clients. So, you know, I can throw in a nice shawl or two. I can put in some more unique jewelry pieces at a very specific price point. But then I'm going to be doing some. I'm gonna save it for another video, but. I'm gonna get to do some like holiday themed centerpieces and some statement pieces, and I'm really excited about that. So anyway, pretty soon here I will be doing the math on how many, like if I need to reorder any of my polyester, like my, I'm going blank, my embroidery thread, and hopefully I'll be able to use what I have without running out, because I'm pretty stocked on embroidery thread. But one of the manufacturers of one of the embroidery patterns that I'm going to be using, they partner with Isacord, and Isacord it's a great embroidery thread. It's super expensive. So I'm crossing my fingers. I'm going to go ahead and get my files downloaded this week, because I want to do a stitch out to make sure that I don't have to change anything or upgrade to more expensive thread, because some of the more moderately priced threads, if I like Isacord if it's going to be like a hoodie, or if it's going to be on a bag where, like it might get wet, it might be subjected to wear. Isacord is great for key fobs, but there are a lot of brands, if it's going to be decorative, if you're not expecting to wash it, like if you're making Christmas ornaments, if you're making a wall decoration, a lot of times the less expensive thread works just as good. And sometimes it actually works a little bit better because of the thickness of the thread. I mean, I even have a lot of the like bargain brand, like the Nubro thread from Amazon, that is just ridiculously cheap, and I don't ever have, oh, there goes that. I don't ever have problems with thread breakage, and a lot of people say that you will have like breaking, fraying threads, and I've never ever had that problem. Usually if I have problems with tension, or if I have a single thread break, I will go in and adjust the settings on my machine, and I'll adjust stitch speed, I'll adjust tension, and to me it sews just fine. I don't have a problem. But I was reading the directions for some of the items that I'm going to be making, and they're partners, so they have to say buy the Isacord, but I know that it's a matter of time until I run into patterns where it actually does matter. So cross your fingers, and if I'm able to get by with the thread that I want to use, then I will let you guys know, and I'll let you know how much I save by not having to use the nice name brand thread. So anyway, please like and subscribe, and if you stayed this long, let me know kind of what you would like to see more of. I will have more finished products later this week. I probably won't be back tomorrow, but I look forward to seeing you guys later. Thanks, bye.